is a very interesting part of life. From birth, if we cry, someone feeds us. And when we're happy, we celebrate with cake. And when we're feeling a little sad, as we get older, we pick our own drug of choice. M&Ms, Oreos, ice cream. And then if we fall and hurt ourselves, someone hands us a cookie and says, "This will make you feel better." A grandma came in to her little grandson who'd scraped his knee and he was crying, and she handed him a chocolate chip cookie and said, "Honey, this will make you feel better. I'll go get the Band-Aids." While she was out of the room, she hears him crying even harder, and she comes in and said, "Honey, what's wrong?" And as he holds this chocolate chip cookie on his scraped knee, he looks at his grandma and says, "It's not working." So, does it work? I don't know. In the 80s, someone started writing books called Sugar Blues. And in that was introducing the idea that maybe sugar wasn't good for us. I thought it was absolute heresy, because how could something so sweet and such a big part of the milestones in my life, and it tastes so good, how could that be bad for me? Well, then type 2 diabetes became the buzzword. And it struck our family when my husband was diagnosed in 1993. Bummers times 10. From my perspective, I wish sugar had never been invented, because I love it so much. And I've experienced so much joy from me and my cherry Coke and pound of M&Ms, numbing the crazy that I have allowed to overwhelm my life again. So what are we to do? Sugar is the enemy of our pancreas. That's what the problem is. Now, our pancreas is designed to regulate the sugar levels in our blood. We eat something really sweet, the pancreas goes into overdrive to handle that higher level of sugar. And it produces and releases insulin. Now, if you overwork your pancreas with eating consistently sweet things, and it has to continually balance that blood sugar, that's when your pancreas may stop producing insulin that is enough to handle the sugar in your blood, or it stops producing insulin altogether. There you have type 2 diabetes in a nutshell. So the problem with too much blood sugar, what does that cause? Well, let me tell you, blood has a route to go in its veins, arteries, and capillaries. If it gets clogged up with sugar particles, then you have lack of circulation, which results in problems causing blindness when the problem is in your eyes. It can result in impotence. Come on, really, was that Snickers bar worth it? And it can result in many complications that stem from this lack of circulation, one of which could be amputation of your extremities if that part of your body has become dead but still attached to you because of lack of blood circulation. As a family, we've moved away from the sugar world. I love sweet things. I crave sweet things. My emotions crave them. My taste buds, the rebel in my body, craves them. But we have begun to move away from sugary foods, which we call fake foods in our family. And we are realizing that we are coming to have a change in what tastes sweet to us. We have really found the enjoyment of eating a really ripe cantaloupe and that deliciousness that comes from that experience. And choosing an orange over a cookie is now becoming a regular situation. And we are realizing that there is a lot of sweetness on the planet, from sweet carrots to sweet corn on the cob, maybe watermelon or some of the other fruits. And we are realizing that we can sweeten things with stevia and agave and honey. There is still sweetness in our life, but it takes time to release this addiction. Yes, it's an addiction to sugar and sweetness. Why else would manufacturers put sugar into almost every processed food? Simple. So we'll buy it again and again and again and again. Check your labels. Even Morton salt has dextrose in it. Yep. Sugar and salt? I know. But it's in there. So as you start releasing that and get rid of those chemicals and side effects from the sugar in your body, you're going to have a whole world open up of all the sweet things that were naturally made, God food we call it, that hasn't been improved upon by processing. Sorry, CNH, you can live a sweet life without sugar. So, do I never eat sugar? No, that would not be a possibility in this world. 2 weeks ago at a wedding, the cake was beautiful and everyone was raving about it. So I thought, well, there's 3 different flavors. I'm going to try each one. So I had my 3 little pieces. I took a bite and I looked around and thought, is there something wrong with my piece? What's the deal that everyone's so excited about? No, it wasn't the cake that didn't taste right. My taste buds are finally becoming on my team. It's exciting. And an unintended side effect, every time I have to buy a new pair of jeans, I get to buy a smaller one.